Welcome to Gorilla Investments, where smart money makes smart moves. I am your host, the legendary Al Sifa, where truth, knowledge, and a little bit of education will be dispersed. All right. Yes, it's been some time since I made a video. I've been very busy. I'm preparing for this bear market. As I said in the Telegram group, man, I'm sick and tired of this bull market. I'm ready to get back into this bear market and go ahead and do what I got to do. Now, me and my brothers, we already knew what was going to happen in this bull market, and we already know what's going to happen in the bear market. As I said in the Telegram group, when this bear market comes in, y'all going to see prices that you ain't never seen before. That's both Flare and Songbird. Okay? Now, keep in mind, on my platform, I don't really speak much about Songbird. I really don't speak much about Flare. I mostly, 99.9% of the time, only speak about Songbird. There's a reason for that. Moving right along. As I'm on my computer, when I am on my computer, I have ran across this young brother whose name goes by the name of King Quran. All right? And I got to one of his videos, very professional video, very knowledgeable of video. And he was addressing the fact about some of us who thinks that the 5% inflationary rate is really not a good thing, and it's going to take an effect in the long run. All right? And I was one of those individuals. I even made videos about it. Now, I did contact, not really directly, but I left a comment in this video twice stating that he did not understand what the 5% inflation that some of us in the Flare community really, he really didn't understand. On the second time I left a comment, he did respond to my comment and said, go ahead and enlighten me. And I told him, give me some time, because y'all know I'm a truck driver, okay? And I'm not going to always have the opportunities to make videos. And I told him, I will get back home in about 2 weeks. Here we are, 3.5 weeks later. I did get home, got busy, didn't have time to make the video. But I did make a discovery. All right? Allow me to explain. The reason why I thought that the 5% inflation rate was a very big negative idea is because that is 5% going to retail. Let's say 5 billion. I'm going to be nice and say 3 billion will stay locked up and 2 billion is going to centralized exchanges. That's 2 more billion that is going to be on centralized exchanges ready to sell. You're presenting a opportunity for institution money to purchase Flare at a cheap price. If you look at the order books, these prices that we're at right now is unacceptable. Now, I always like to double check and triple check my own self, my own knowledge. Okay? I always like to double check and triple check. So what I did, I looked at 3 centralized exchanges order books. I took a look at Uphold. I took a look at Kraken, the one I mainly use. I need to start putting my referral a friend little line address, whatever you want to call it. So anytime somebody goes to Kraken, I get credit for it. And then I looked at Coinbase, which I'm not a fan of Coinbase. Why? Because, first of all, that's where the snapshot when I had my XRP was taken. And if you know anything about what happened to us with Coinbase, man, first of all, we didn't get our songbird. Second of all, we didn't get airdrop until June of the year that Flare went live. So we were 6 months late. Different story, different video. So I looked at all three of these exchanges and I start to add up where it's at. And I discovered I was wrong. King Karang was right. Let me explain to y'all. For the people who think this 5% inflation rate is a bad thing and it's going to take an effect, no, it won't. No, it won't. If you take a look at the order book, and if you understand what makes a crypto price, all right? If you look at the order book, I can't even get up to 200,000 before a price will take an effect. Remember, they have to, if a company wants to buy 2 million Flare, okay? 2 million Flare, they have to fill the orders on the bottom. They have to fill the orders on the bottom before the next roll of orders come in at a certain higher price. Now, if you look at the price, there ain't much difference between the first, I say 75,000. But to get beyond that price, man, prices are starting to rise. People are selling at a higher price. And then once they see these orders are getting filled, they're going to start to change their order forms, their sell forms to a higher price. But check this out. I still wasn't 100% convinced because I understand the type of orders that Kraken do. Now, I can't speak for Coinbase. Kraken has a thing called iceberg orders. This is something that Michael Saylor, to me, is an expert at. All right? Look up what is an iceberg order. The word is iceberg. You know, the thing that the Titanic hit? Okay. Look up the word iceberg orders. Michael Saylor even said it took him a week to fulfill his order without affecting the price. And this dude don't buy just from one exchange. These institutional investors, they're on like 10, maybe even 12 different exchanges. If you compare the order books, okay, and I only looked at 3, all 3 didn't even have 200,000 at the same price before the price rise. And if you understand what makes a crypto price, I can go into it, but I'm not. Y'all got to look at your own research. Make a long story short on that. If 1 million Flare got gobbled up, at least, no, I'm going to say 3 million Flare. Let's go with 3 million Flare. If 3 million Flare got gobbled up on the three biggest exchanges by volume on Flare get ate up, which is Kraken, and then I believe it's Uphold, and then it's Coinbase. If 3 million Flare got gobbled up, guess what? The price of Flare goes automatically up. Just 3 million. So, I would like to apologize to King Quran. And yeah, he is right. We got billions, at least 1 billion that these people are trying to eat up, at least 1 billion to use as collateral for F assets. At least 1 billion. Dude, if 1 billion gets ate up, I'm looking at like an 8 to 12 cents price in Flare. Songbird should be about 15 cents. And that's just a rough estimate. I'm running numbers in my head. All I can say is look at the order book, okay? If you understand how order books work, look at the order book at Coinbase, look at the order book on Kraken, and look at the order book on Uphold, okay? Bybit too. Shoot, look at it. You can't even come up with 250,000 at these prices before the price change. So yeah, he's right, bro. And yeah, it is what it is. So hey, I'm man enough to say, man, I learned something new. He's right. The demand will come, and this 5% inflation ain't nothing. It's nothing, because if you understand what makes a market cap, no, listen, don't believe what you heard on YouTube. If you understand what makes a market cap do not equate price. Price and supply equals a market cap. Not market cap equals price. Okay? Market cap does not equates to liquidity. I'm gonna let that gentleman explain to you. Y'all get ready. Until the next time, my friends. Salam alaikum.